I'm only gonna say it one more time and then you're gonna lose the privilege to eat dinner.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the case of Ruby Franke. Now, I don't know if you guys have been on the internet lately, but if you have, you would know that Ruby Franke is a mom of 6 children. She has a vlog channel called 8 Passengers, which I actually have watched my literal whole childhood. I would watch her and her sister's vlog channels. Recently, she has been arrested, Miss Ruby Franke. She, for years, has been accused of abusing her children. You could see in the vlogs, which a whole bunch of clips will be inserted in this video so you guys can see how crazy this woman really is. So today we will be talking about what Miss Franke has done to her children and what has led her to be arrested just the other day. I'm gonna say a trigger warning of child abuse because it is very horrific and just tragic what she's done to her children. But with all that being said, we're gonna get right into this video. So we are going to start off with some things that Ruby has done that really just have made people believe that she was abusing her children once she was posting these vlog channels. Like I said, she is a vlogger. She posted a whole bunch of just day-to-day things that she would do with her children. But the crazy thing about vloggers is they do post a lot, but usually they will do certain things and not put it in their vlogs for the world to see. Especially when it comes to their children, you would think that there's certain things that just would be left out. Ruby, liked to exploit her children. There's a lot of videos of her children going to doctors. There was a video of, I think it was Abby or Julie, wanting to shave her legs, and her mom recorded this whole thing. And clearly you could tell that that child was uncomfortable with her mother recording. But Ruby was kind of known for exploiting her children and recording literally everything that she could do just for the views, which let alone is horrible in my opinion. But that's not even slightly the worst thing that she has done to her children. Ruby would do a lot of things to discipline her children, right? So her consequences were more of abusing her kids, as we know. One thing that she has done, she has a 6-year-old at the time, Eve, and she had a lot of expectations for Eve, as in waking herself up for school, making her own lunch, and just treating her mother like she was a queen. In the vlog, Ruby was saying that she hopes that nobody at school gives her daughter a lunch because she refused to wake up and make herself a lunch.
Responsible for making her lunches in the morning, and she actually told me she did pack a lunch. So the natural outcome is she's just going to need to be hungry. And hopefully nobody gives her food and nobody steps in and gives her a lunch.
Like I said, she is 6 years old. So now she is already using food as a consequence, which Ruby has done very often in the past.
Say it one more time and then you're gonna lose the privilege to eat dinner.
She would say, oh, if you don't do this, you're not having dessert with us. Oh, if you don't do this, you're not having dinner. And she would use food privileges, quote unquote, for her children, which as a mother, that is the only thing that you really need to provide for your children is food and a house. Now, talking about a house and a place to sleep, right? Her other child, Chad, he was the second oldest, I believe. He was disciplined by getting his bed taken away in his bedroom for 7 months.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months and then you give it back like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
You've been sleeping on a beanbag.
I've been sleeping on a beanbag since October. And they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago.
To me, this is absolutely insane. Like I said, you should provide your children a home and something to eat. And Ruby used these things that you should provide your children naturally as a parent as consequences. In the video, as she was talking about Chad having this consequence, she was sitting there laughing at him and kind of just like had no remorse for her child for having to sleep on a beanbag at that age too. I think he was like 16 or 17. Let alone like in general, your child should just not have to sleep without a bed, in my opinion. But like I said, this really is not the worst of what Ruby has done to her children. Like I said, this woman really just liked to exploit her children overall. There's a video of her at the dinner table with Kevin, the father, reading off text messages between Chad and a girl just because he was on his phone at the table, which I don't think it's bad to monitor your children's phones, but to exploit it on the internet is another story. Just a lot of things that Ruby has done that are very controversial and really traumatizing for her children. There's other things, her controlling what they wear. Like I said, that she is their mother, and I understand if she doesn't want them to wear super revealing clothes because they are Christian, I believe. But controlling what they wear at an age is just insane to me, and kind of making them feel uncomfortable in their own bodies. All these YouTube videos are just complete evidence to what Ruby was to her children and how she was with them. There's not even enough words that I can say that will explain the amount of exploiting, neglecting, and abusing, and just all of the horrible things that she's done to her children. Recently, her oldest daughter, Sherry, has spoken out and said that she has left the family and is not in close contact with her immediate family anymore. We have over time seen that she was staying, I think at school, I believe, and she was still in contact with her other family, as in Ellie, Bonnie, and just everybody else that's her aunts and uncles that she stayed with. Recently, Bonnie has posted a video speaking out on the situation of Ruby being arrested.
If you have the internet, you have seen news articles on my sister, Ruby, from the 8 passengers. And my sisters and I, we are on the very same page. We put out a message. You can read that on Instagram. And for the last 3 years, we have truly clung on to each other and offering support to one another. And I don't think any of us could have ever seen this coming. We all did as much as we could legally, and you don't know what you don't know.
She has talked about there's not much that they could have done, but they knew that there was abuse going on. I mean, they're getting a lot of backlash for it right now because apparently they knew about all of this abusing going on. And Sherry herself, like I said, posted that she tried getting them involved, but it was just a lot of work. But she also posted another picture on her story that said finally, and it was a woman being arrested that was in fact Ruby. So Sherry is happy that she's getting the justice that they have needed this whole time. And more information has also come out recently that there were 2 of the children tied up in a basement. It's absolutely horrible. Tied up in a basement. They had lacerations on their wrist, it was said, and they were starved inside of Jody's apartment. Jody is someone that Ruby did a podcast on with connections. They both were in fact arrested for abusing and neglecting these children. It is said that Russell, one of the children, I think he's 10 or 12 years old, he was the one that climbed out of the window and got help for him and his sister. Those were the only 2 that were found with lacerations and starvation because they were staying in Jody's apartment. So I'm not sure where Kevin went. I'm not sure where the other kids went. I think Chad is staying with his father, Kevin. There's not much out right now where Kevin and Chad are. I'm assuming they're just staying out of it, honestly. But I do know that it was the 2 youngest that were tied up, literally tied up under the supervision of their mother and this other woman that is not even their family. And she allowed this, and I think it was because they were trying to discipline the children. I don't know the reasoning. Does anyone know the reasoning? Probably not, because this woman is absolutely insane. But the fact that this young boy had to climb out of the window in the supervision of his mother to get help because they were being starved and literally physically abused. I do know that they're in medical care now and are being taken care of, and everything is trying to get solved. I just pray that these children get the justice that they need. It's absolutely heartbreaking that these young children had to go through something like so scary like this, you know what I mean? In the YouTube videos you can see that these children were like afraid of their mother.
If you cut one more thing in my house, I'm going to take the scissors, look at me, and I'm going to cut its head off.
Grandma will be so mad!
Thankful that she's finally arrested, and I'm hoping that these children get the help that they need. I know that the other part of their family is supporting and loving, like we've all seen on camera, but as we know, nothing is as it seems on camera, according, considering this case that we have seen. But I really hope that she gets what she deserves. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna try to not say much But I hope this woman gets what she deserves, because she's an absolute horrible woman. And it's insane because you just would never expect a family vlogger. It's terrible that someone I've watched for so long, it's such a horrible human being. If there's any updates, I will gladly post those. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have all respect for these children and Sherry for speaking out originally. I'm hoping the best for them. I really hope these children get the justice that they need. And if there's any updates, I will do updates for you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate your support. If there's any other videos you want to see me cover next, any cases, let me know down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.